So here's the old setup. So you can see there it's pretty tight. Right, I've now got both intercoolers off. The new one has 2.5-inch pipework. Okay, so as we can see there we go. Bit of a shocking discovery. The intercooler piping that I've took off, I just assumed that it was all the outside diameter. It actually necks down even smaller. There's another hose inside, and the inlet to this intercooler, it's got 1.5-inch internal diameter. The van made 317 horsepower with 1.5-inch pipework. I cannot wait to see what the van goes like with the proper cooler on. So let's crack on. The intercooler brackets have now been put on, and I've wanted to do this for a while. On the front of the T4, you've actually got a hole that goes through here, and that goes straight into my air filter right there. You can see through the hole. So just getting everything put back together. We've got the shortest runs of pipe off the back there. So you won't be able to see it just yet, but you'll get the idea. Obviously I've got to cut it and get it so it's all level. It's going to be cut into there so it's nice and subtle. That's pretty cool. So still a bit of work to be done. I've got to put some filler in here, but you can see there the air gets channeled right into where the air filter is. So that's perfect. Right then, just going to do a quick oil change. I've got this Gear 300 racing oil from OP Oils, 75.90 for the T4. The Gear 300 is really popular in the racing scene. It is a fully synthetic race oil, very popular because it is, you know, slightly thinner when it's cold. If you have a gearbox oil that's a bit too thick, it can mean that the gearbox is a little bit sluggish, and especially if I'm going to be drag racing, although the engine might be warm, the gearbox is going to be quite cold. Here you go. What you're also going to need is a 17mm drive, so I've just got a 14mm socket to put it on there. So we've got the filler here. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that you can get this undone first, because if you undo the drain and you take all of the oil out and you can't get this undone and it's seized up, you've basically... So let's just do a quick test, make sure it turns. There you go. So now we know that we can get oil back into the box once the drain's been undone. It's always really good to do this after the van's been on a run. Nice and warm, helps it flow out the box a bit better. So I'm up at Mikey's now with Mike and Ben. Now we're just tapping into the ECU at the moment. We've got our key card here, and we're running a wire for a shift light from the ECU. And we're also going to be putting the wiring in now for the N75 valve and switching the idle control valve over. And Mike's currently porting this head. So we're just going into the settings now to set the RPM. Little test of the shift light, what's it set to? 1500. 1500. Happy days! There we go, so this is what happened the first time Mike turned the boost up on his stock 180.
That's pretty bent.
Look at that. So what power was that running?
About 320.
On stock rods. And that's what you get.
I've got BAM pistons to go in to lower the compression so I can run more boost.